This week was so much better than it was last week when I came to footage. I have really been getting in the groove, kind of trying to determine what is really necessary, like what you guys would be interested in, what I'm actually doing. I keep forgetting some things and then I think, dang it, should have done that, or I think midway and I start recording. So it's really going to be a learning curve to get like everything. Or at least remember the beginning of everything of just record. So we'll see. I feel like the trainings is when I think about what I could be recording. And so I like try to get something from the recordings that I could share, little like snippets. And then I think, dang it, I should have been recording that part. I missed it. Say it again. One more for the camera. I don't know. I told you I needed to get in the groove. Things are going well.
Yeah, just kind of talking, because that's really the majority of what your YouTube video is going to be. So every week is kind of explaining.
I'm trying to figure out for these videos, I'm going to be doing like interview portions to kind of describe what's been going on. So I'm trying to figure out, like, I need to find a tripod. But I'm nearly done with my first video. Wait, how's this? No, I want the light. Oh gosh. Almost broke a freaking glass door. I've already edited like everything else, and that's kind of what I'm going off of for the, oh shoot, my computer is nearly full. That's great. I'm gonna have to clean out my computer this week. That'll be fun. The video is nearly done uploading and rendering, and then I can finish editing the interview portion into all of like the B-roll and the other footage that I did. It shouldn't take me too long. I usually go off of like however much video is like there, it'll take me that time times 2. So I've already edited a lot of it, and I think the interview was less than 20 minutes, and it's about 27 minutes right now, so I should be done within an hour. But I also have that concert that I need to be at in about an hour, so hopefully I get to finish before I head out that way. I'm not getting any video done today. My computer just closed because the storage is completely full now. Hi. We're out here waiting for the king will come.
Guys, an ant just bit my shin right here. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. Give yourselves a round of applause left side.
You always just take your picture.
No, this is the video. So, good morning. I'm headed to some showings. My client this morning sent me 10 after saying it was a few, but not all of them confirmed. I'm off to see one, still trying to confirm on a couple others. Every morning can be something different in real estate. Not really a fan of windows and garages though. My goodness, I have been doing showings. Well, now I'm in new construction. I've been doing showings since this morning. Had a break, went to the office, and now I'm doing showings again. And it's great. I think we're actually gonna put in an offer. So, I just need to sell the house now. My sellers got qualified with a lender, and we were looking at homes. We were doing some showings. In fact, we went under contract, and it was during my meeting with them that we got the notification, and so I didn't get a reaction out of it, but They were excited. And during that meeting, I was talking to them like, hey, we made an offer. We need to sell this house now. If we get accepted, we have a deadline of when we need to buy it by. It's new construction. Things are negotiable to a degree, but when it comes to deadlines, they're pretty strict. I put in our offer that we wanted a 14-day due diligence period and not a 7-day, which is their standard. And part of that was because we need to get their house under contract. Other things I did was I chose our own title company, not the builder's title company. And I asked for, this wasn't, the property that we made an offer for wasn't on the list for a quick move-in, but the builder's agent that I've been working with thought that maybe we could get the incentives that they were offering for their quick move-ins on this one because it's so close. And they were only offering these incentives if you close by the end of August. So that is our deadline. We have to be done by the end of August because they accepted it. 14-day due diligence, 5.99% interest rate, and 3% in concessions back. We're using our own title company, and I'm just an awesome agent. People say you can't negotiate when it comes to new construction. Try, because this is the second time I've negotiated terms that benefit my buyers on new construction. Also, when it comes to new construction, they're their contracts. They're not the real estate purchase contracts for resale. Builders have their own contracts, and all of them are different per builder. So you really have to like read everything for your clients because you're not necessarily familiar with them. This builder, I just went under contract with some other clients, so I was very familiar with it, just it being like 3 weeks. So I real quick was going through it, noticing some errors, screenshots with things that needed to be changed for the offer. But if there's any other questions, let me know. He'll make those changes and then send it over again. It was nothing like terrible. It was just, he almost had to sign for another lot. So it's important to have an agent that's detail oriented and will check the work before you sign. The edits were made, we signed. 24 hours later, no one else made any offers, and less than 24 hours later after that, they accepted the offer. So, let's go, now let's sell. It's game time.
If people are going to know who we are and know what we're about ahead of time, we're going to keep attracting agents that are really, really good fit for our model. So everybody, you guys can trust that everybody that we are bringing in is somebody who I think will work really, really well within the systems that we have and with what we're trying to build here.
Who did you vote for?
Wolverine, 25 years.
You and Jake both.
I know, okay.
Tough day.
Did you see the new Deadpool and Wolverine controllers that came out?
No.
Deadpool has a butt on it.
Yeah, and it's got both of their butts on the back side, so you can just feel their butts while you're playing.
Like what?
Xbox?
PlayStation. Just it's a, I don't
I
know
might
what
become a
control-
gamer now.
Hey,
Alright, Courtney.
what?
Thank you.
Boo.
So hot.
Hotter than Ryan Reynolds?
Wolverine's dope.
He's cool.
Oh, I have a huge crush on him.
And
As
who
a
is it?
comic
Hugh
fan,
Jackman?
Yeah.
I read Wolverine comics.
100%. I almost signed my initials to my maiden name just so I wasn't very
Hey.
saying. Just
You,
Last one,
you hear
Brett.
that, Hugh?
Like who would win?
No, just who you.
Oh, who do I like?
Deadpool would win anyways.
Just Deadpool.
I mean, there's already a winner, but.
Best can go with the underdog.
I'm gonna go Wolverine. I'm gonna go Logan.
Who would win in a fight?
Logan.
Deadpool.
You think? I think Deadpool would win.
Well, technically, Wolverine won. If you saw that X-Men movie,
Yeah.
he did.
But that was like with a, that's a lame Deadpool.
But Wolverine.
How so? What's your reasoning?
He's like 600 pounds.
Deadpool cannot die.
Brett's got the classic weighs a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Skeleton is titanium.
No, it's not.
Is that fake? Like, is that just in the Marvel universe?
It's a fake metal.
Is it like the Wakanda stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
This week also had Pioneer Day, and here in Utah, it's a big deal. It's almost as big as like the 4th of July. Some argue that the community celebrates it harder than 4th of July. Take that in. My grandpa, he's old, he's knowledgeable. I personally don't know much about Pioneer Day, so I asked him, what is this about?
You can't see it from here, but you know where this is the place monument is, up Immigrant Canyon. So July 24th, 1847, Brigham Young was in a kind of a buggy thing. He was not feeling well, he was pretty sick. And they came over the crest of the hill, and the expanse of the valley came, was just right there before him. He propped himself up on his elbow. He looked out over the valley and he said, "This is the right place, drive on." So that was when the Saints first entered the Salt Lake Valley, July 24th, 1847. And the rest is history.
That was his take. I'm not gonna fact check him. If you're wondering, that's an answer.
Okay, so you're either taking notes on your computer. I love that you're recording this. I'm gonna use Instagram for this whole example. And if you hate Instagram, that's fine. But I'm gonna go from, here's how you can have something readily available to anyone who comes across your Instagram page, and I know how much you guys love content, to taking them on a journey to a lead magnet. They get something for free, and then I'm going to show you how to automate all of this so that that lead will show up automatically in your CRM with communication to them already plugged in, and they get that free download. That's kind of the whole point of all this. Take this as a framework, but then my real goal is you guys have way better ideas than I do of like things you could offer for free that would be valuable to like whoever your niche is. So I'm just going to provide the skeleton of this, but what I want you guys to do after the fact is actually think through like, okay, now that I know how to like actually connect this person from point A to point B, what could I offer them that is attractive? Anyone who has a house who's like kind of curious how much their net profit would be, they could download that calculator for free and they could plug in their own numbers, and it's just a simple Excel sheet. You guys know what I'm talking about when I say like a selling sheet?
It was a win as I had a client call me saying that they were ready. I had shown them homes like May or June, and they were selling their Nevada home and purchasing here in Utah. The sell was kind of complicated. It was supposed to close like June 11th, and it finally closed last week, the end of July. So, in its own timing, it worked out. The client called me.
I want to have my own place. I want to step into the next part of all. So
I get it.
I think the big focus right now is going to be finding the right property.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. But I did tell them they still need to get qualified. You're not buying a home unless you have a pre-approval letter from a lender, unless you're buying in cash. That's just how it is. And let me know when like a good day, good time for you to see properties will be.
Sounds good. All right, I'll talk to you later, Jake.
Awesome. Have a good weekend. Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Deadpool and Wolverine came out this week, and as I said in last week's video, I am a huge movies, Disney, Marvel nerd, and it just so happens to all come together. It was incredible. I did see it 5 times opening weekend. Yes, I agree that was not enough. I need to see it again. It's going to be very hard to top that as my top favorite movie of the year. Very hard. I can't even think of like what else is coming out this year, but I honestly don't care. I mean, I care, but wow. I mean, the movie was kind of made for me, seeing as I like the X-Men comics are my favorite, and that's just my humor. Like Ryan Reynolds, legend.
But I hope that we can take a minute and appreciate where we are right now, because there are very, very few groups within a 20-mile radius of where we're sitting right now that are cranking like this on a regular basis. The people that we are continuing to add are all people that are going to continue to help push this even further. I was on the phone last night with Ryan, who probably a lot of you don't even know at this point. He's been on the team since Monday. Submitted an offer yesterday on a $750,000 house in American Fork. We are going to continue to add people that fit the culture and people that are going to continue to come in and be productive producers and not just be okay with sending 1 or 2 offers every 6 months, but people that feel like they can submit offers at least once a month. So yeah, good job everybody.
Transparency often in industries brings compensation down for the average, up for the elite. You see that in about every single industry. And so I wouldn't be scared, but I definitely would lean into, like, I would almost start journaling every night, like, who is the top agent, Perry Group or not, that I know, and what makes them a really good agent. And I think those are the things that I would lean on. I would lean on Boo on, like, sold 200 houses a year. How? Like, how are you doing it? What was your value proposition? Doesn't matter the market. And so I think it's exactly what everyone was talking about, like bringing away the confusion. I've been a huge proponent for probably 3 years. I've had a really hard time, and I don't mean to overstep anyone if they said anything else, but I've had a really hard time saying Utah is an incredible place to purchase an investment property. I think it's a market where if you want to own a house, buy a house. And we're quickly turning into the California, the coastal markets, to where it's like, this is not a cash flow, buy a house for investment. This is a market where you buy a house because you love this state, and it's getting more expensive. And so I think it goes to what Boo and all of you were saying earlier. Like, if you look at the trends and the statistics, it's getting to the point again to where we're telling people to buy a house because it's a good investment. I think to be really good at real estate, you have to understand homes really well. And not from a construction piece, but like, if you're showing an expensive home, you need to know that an aluminum clad window is now 4 times the price of a vinyl window. And that a black window is now twice the price of a white window. And like, it's those little things that when you're on a showing, like opening the door for a buyer, knowing what a M-Tech doorknob costs versus a Home Depot doorknob, that like there's inherent trust built. So like I geek out. I look at myself as a commercial agent. Like you'll never hire a commercial agent who doesn't know everything. Like everything about the building, the security, what way it faces, the blinds, the utilities. Like, I think we're all kind of known to like, hey, where are the taxes? Let me look. Where are the utilities? Let me get back to you. Like, why they hire us? Kind of thing. And so I think any question they have, you'll hear, especially like in the beginning, like you'll hear the response of like, it's a training. Oh, let me check, I'll get back to you. And that's a great response from like someone honest, but that quickly needs to turn into, here's your answer. Not, like you shouldn't have that many months or a year of not knowing these answers. Whether it's contract, house, vendor related, and I think so many agents just treat it so casual and lean on that they're a good relationship person that like, it's like, no. If you walk into their open house, and then you walk into Boo's open house and a product Boo knows, like your decision's made within 30 seconds.
I hope this highlights too, like every single one of you when you do an interview, I told you that our goal is to help push you into being a hyper-local real estate agent as quickly as we can. The days of agents value at being, I found you this house are gone. We can't gatekeep the MLS anymore with all of the resources that are out there. What can we do? This. We can go and find the off-market properties because we know the agents that are gonna have off-market properties in North Saratoga Springs. We can, like I think here, off-market is part of it. I don't think that off-market is as popular here as it is in Salt Lake County. We have new construction though, that they don't have the same way there. Can you understand what builders are offering specific incentives in specific locations because they have 4 homes to sell and they need to get out of that neighborhood to start their new neighborhood? Absolutely. So as we continue to push, if you're not all waking up every day and saying, hey, these are the 5 cities that I want to be transacting the most, because you're not there yet, right? A lot of you are not there yet, to where you can say, these are the 5 zip codes that I represent. How do you get there though? by starting to be the expert in those areas before you actually are, right? The days of fake it till you make it are gone. But the days of being the future agent that you want to be 12 months and 24 months from now are here. So pick those areas, figure out what areas those are, figure out what areas you want to be the Michael Perry in, and start being that agent and watch what happens to your business.
And tell them the honest story. Like, people, it blows my mind how many people want to buy a house for the simple concept to say they're a homeowner. Like, American dream or not, you have people who are spending $500 to $2,500 more on a mortgage payment simply so they can tell the story that they own a home.
The places I love and I'm learning a lot about is like Bluffdale, Lehigh, Saratoga Springs, Highlands, Alpine, Draper, Riverton, South Jordan. I like this like borders of Salt Lake and Utah County. I also like Heber, but that's on the other side of the Wasatch Mountains. Tell me about that training we just went through.
My takeaways?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like it's not enough to find people homes and show people homes. Like, you need to know your shit. And you can't just show up to showings. Like, you need to do research before you go. Like, know the market, know the houses you're showing, and be ready to answer people's questions.
If you were to pick the 5 locations that you're going to be working in now, what would those be?
I need to think more about it.
Where do you feel like up to 5 places that you are most experienced in?
I think I have a lot of understanding of like the Pleasant Grove, American Fork, Lehigh area.
Mm-hmm.
And like Linden, Orem. So that's probably where I would see myself working.
Wait, real quick, your takeaways.
From the meeting?
The meeting we just had.
What we're gonna go do right now.
What?
I'm gonna record on it with the professional. Just kidding. I think my biggest takeaway was the stats part of how many houses have sold under list price. And for buyers right now that are on the fence about whether or not they want to buy, knowing that there's actual data that says you can actually put an offer in under list price kind of shows you where we're going and how we don't always have to be so like rates, like oh my gosh, what are the rates, but more of like the value of the houses and whether it's the right time for a buyer or not. That was my biggest takeaway.
What are up to 5 places that you feel like you're most experienced in or you want to transact more in?
Harriman, Riverton, Bluffdale, Lehigh, Saratoga.
I really liked what Karina and Court said. It really helps me try to find my focus. And it also helps like knowing where other people's focuses are so that I can best help them and vice versa, hopefully. I also got my new sign. Looks great. Love it. Very simple. I designed the sign using their logos. I personally was not a fan of the signs we had. And my writer, I wanted it to match the sign. So I think it looks great. I got a call from a friend whose aunt is trying to sell their home on their own, like a for sale by owner. And they were asking me for advice on things about the sale. Now that a buyer's agent is trying to make an offer, I kind of went over how sensitive things can be.
We'll see how it goes. I'll let Callie's mom know what we talked about.
Yeah. Like even down to like pricing. Like if they just go and they get an appraisal and they're like, oh, it appraised $20,000 less, or if there's multiple offers, and that's this or that. What are your cancellation options? What are your, I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. A lot goes into it, yeah.
Hopefully before this transaction's over, they want to work with me. I think I'm really earning their trust though. That's this week's video. I think it went better, maybe. Let me know. If you're enjoying these videos, give them a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you liked most about the video, what you're hoping to get out of these videos. Is there anything about me that you want to know? Is there anything more about real estate that you're looking to learn? Let me know. Just leave a comment, reach out to me, and maybe we'll become friends. But until next week, I'll see you later.